What up, YouTube? Today's video is going to be about those who can see the invisible can do the impossible. Now, what that means is the universe, or God, as a lot of people like to say. I like to say the universe because I know it's true. Hey, I'm just saying. Everybody got their own opinion. So, the universe, or the universal creators, the universal creator, or the Most Highs, plural, more than one. They send people visions. Not everybody, because everybody don't have visions. Like I told you in that video, Henson, that's so Raven. So-called melanated girl has the ability to see into the future. Like, where y'all be thinking they get these ideas from? You think they just wake up, we're going to make a show called That's So Raven. It don't work like that. They can get information from the spiritual world, but a lot of people out here are soulless, so they don't got no connection to the ether world. Now, I ain't saying the person who made that show soulless, but I'm just, you know what I'm saying, like, a lot of these people that's big time nowadays, you get what I'm saying, but the universe, or God, as a lot of people like to say, sends us visions. Some people, some special people. I ain't saying nobody better than others. I'm just saying some people have more stronger abilities than others. Some have greater missions that they have to carry out than others. You feel what I'm saying? So they send people like me visions, so it's visible. And since I see the vision, I can do the impossible. Because now, let me tell you something, right? Before I start this topic, right? This dude I know is like, how much you weigh? I'm like 139 pounds. 3 plus 9, that's 12 plus 1, 13. That's real talk. That's real talk. I weigh that much. He was like, how tall you is? 5'8". That's 13 again. Y'all think it's a joke. So he like, ain't nobody ever played in the NBA at that weight or size. Or height. I say, I don't want to play in the NBA, but I'm saying, first of all, just because ain't nobody do it don't mean I can't be the first. Break history, you feel what I'm saying? See, people's minds is in a box. It's like the clothes, and they throw it out. It's in a box. You feel me? It's like those who can see the impossible, like I told you, don't ever let nobody talk you out of your plans or goals, because it's like, sometimes I gotta remember I'm different now. And when I say I'm different now, I told you I always felt different in the inside. I know a lot of people feel different in the inside. I know some people can easily say I'm different, but it's those people who really feel it. Like, you get what I'm saying. You resonate with me if you get what I'm saying, because you just feel different in the inside. It's like a feeling you get. And like, you can feel the seasons changing and all that. It's like, it's crazy, but it's like I have to, like, when people say certain stuff, or when I'm gonna do something, I gotta remember that whatever I really focus on is going to manifest. So if I say we will do this and we can do this, it's going to happen. I have to remember, sometimes be like, man, that sounds kind of iffy, but I got to remember I'm not the same person as I was 2 years ago. My vibration has risen up, and I'm way stronger than I used to be. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, I really got so much power now that I can do a lot of things, like real talk. And you would know if your DNA rising up, because you just like, time don't even exist, but it's moving fast. It's like this. It's moving fast like that to you. Like, when you go to sleep, you just wake up feeling refreshed, and you like, when you wake up, it's like you really, like, your body just feels super heavy. I know a lot of people are, of course our bodies feel super heavy, but I mean, some people is going to feel like super heavier than others, because you in that ether world, heavy, you feel what I'm saying? Because your vibration, once you get past the 8th chakra, you in the ether world, you feel what I'm saying? Or the spiritual world, like deep. So it's like, a lot of people out there have visions. And when I say visions can be art, dance, photography, anything, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you see your vision, and you got to find some type of way to bring this to life. So that person is a person who can see the invisible, so they can do the impossible. A lot of people can't do that. A lot of people's minds is just closed. Like, they think there's no other way to do things. They think the way they was told they got to do it, or they want to just stay oppressed. Like, it's sad. It's sad because you know, remember I told you, Earth is in space. So if Earth is in space, as beings, we are in space too, and we are the lowest of the food chain. Like, on this planet Earth, we say animals and stuff is the lowest of the food chain, and we get to eat them and all this crap, blah, blah, blah. But in the universe, they say we the lowest of the chain, because we could evolve. We could barely evolve. We working on our own land, like different type of crap like that. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, it's the information age, a lot of people say. So that means it's time to, like, your vibration rising up, you doing so many things at once, you multitasking, you doing so many things, you trying new things every day, you not never doing nothing in sync. And sync means synchronicity, like you just stuck doing everything. Like, say for example, like every day you do the same thing, you go outside, open the door, spit. Do that, you know what I'm saying? I'm just giving an example. So it's like, so if you got a vision out there, it's for a reason. And if you don't use that vision, or try to bring that vision to life any way you can. And it could be a vision about anything, you know what I'm saying? Like bringing it to life, like you see something in your head, you go, I should draw this out, or maybe I should speak this, or maybe I should write this in a poem, or something like that. You feel me? The universe will get that vision to somebody else. Because I know a lot of people out there had ideas and dreams that their friends talked them out of, and a couple years later they see somebody else come up with the same idea. The universe will give that information to somebody else if you don't want it, or if you don't use it correctly. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, information is like a gun. It can be used in a good way, it can be used in a bad way. You feel me? Like, that's just real talk. But this is your gun right here. And information is the bullets. Load it up. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's real talk. So it's like, think about it. Like I told y'all, I told a lot of people, like, I don't want to say this, but it's like, I couldn't draw at first. Like, real talk, I took an art class for 2 years in high school, couldn't draw. But I always wanted to draw because I got an uncle that can draw good. And he said he taught himself, you feel what I'm saying? So if he can draw that good, it's most likely, obviously, in my DNA for me to draw that good. You feel me? So it's like, as soon as I really start unlocking codes in my DNA, it's like every time I unlock more codes in my DNA, I can draw better and better. That's real talk. I get better and better. It's just genetically in DNA. Like people, like I hate people that hate. Like why are you hating on somebody? Do you know what a person did for them to get to the level they at now? Do you know the work they put in? You feel what I'm saying? People just look at it like, oh, how he on, man? How she on, man? Do you know the work? Do you know what that person went through to get to where they at now? Do you know what I went through? No, you just want to look at the glorious part. See, these people is some ignoramuses out there. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's ignorant. It's like your environment. If you put yourself in the right environment, you get success all day because you're in the right environment. Little do you know, your environment really do shapes your perception and your reality. And since it's shaping your perception is your sight, and you see things. So if it's shaping your perception, then that means you manifesting all that bad stuff. If you can control like me, see, I told you I'm way different from a lot of y'all. Like y'all don't get it. Like people don't get it. Like I'm way different from a lot of people. People think, how you know? I will break that down for y'all. Like how my name equals 13 letters and my birthday equals the number 9. You know what I'm saying? Death and rebirth, which y'all think is a joke. So it's just like think about it. Let's say like whoever invented bikes, right? Let's say they had this idea. Of course they had the idea because they invented it. Okay, so let's say they told their friends laughed out. So let's say they never would have went through with that bike idea. Will we be riding bikes today? Or would the bikes we be riding be efficient as they is today? You get what I'm saying? Or the person who invented the Golden Gate Bridge, if they would let somebody talk to them about that idea, would that bridge be right there? People are like, it would be a bridge. Would it be a bridge, but would it be the Golden Gate Bridge? You feel what I'm saying? So like, those who can see the invisible can do the impossible because the universe gave you visions and stuff to show you something. And it's up to you whether you want to get it. Like I told you, humans are free agents. You got the right to do good, you got the right to do bad. People might have bad visions and want to bring them to life and bring them to life. Like I said, you can be using good or bad. Me, I'm on the good side. You feel what I'm saying? Like people be like, you can't be all just good. You gotta do something bad to balance it out. And of course I know that, but that don't mean just go around and smack everybody. You feel what I'm saying? But if I was to do something like that, my car would probably just balance right out because I do so much good. Trust me. And another thing before I end this video is just sit back and think. What do you really want for your life? Do you really want to do what you want to do for your life, or do you want to do what somebody else telling you to do for your life? And that goes for TV, parents, grandparents, friends, peers, anything. You feel what I'm saying? Do you want to do what you want to do for your life, or you want somebody to tell you what you want to do for your life? You feel me? See, people don't get that. People just want to live their life for somebody else. No, but I'm going to live my life for me. See, people hate that. Man, how he got a mind of his own and I don't. Because think about it. Me and you, we not the same. That's what people think. Everybody think that they cut from the same cloth. Y'all know a lot of people, yes, a lot of people have a cosmic heritage, but just because we have a cosmic heritage don't mean everybody from the same planet. See, people don't get this type of stuff. People, how we from the same planet but we born here? That's a good question. How about you ask yourself that? You feel what I'm saying? Because I got some information to blow your mind, but it ain't time. Trust me, it's a time for everything. You feel what I'm saying, people? So if you can see the impossible, you know you have visions, and you just want to get it out some type of way, express it in art, poetry, music, dance, anything, because that vision is given to you for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. Anybody you come in contact with, whether it's on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, anything, it's most definitely for a reason. It's the information age, right? So why ain't nobody learning? A lot of people starting to wake up though. Everywhere I go, a lot of people can get into consciousness. Trust me. You know why? Because they spell is wearing off. So it's that time for us to rise back up. See, people think it's a joke. Like all them biblical stories in the Old Testament, not that new crap. In the Old Testament, was giving y'all hints, but it's like not for something like you supposed to worship. It's something you know how to, like speaking in parables. You gotta know how to pick out the good from the bad. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, my fucking plant just dropped, man. But anyway. Words of the day for today is, damn, I'm mad. My plant just dropped, man. But words of the day for today is, stop feeling sorry for yourself. And what that means for a lot of people out there be like, okay, people tell me that I'm worthy, but I don't feel that I'm worthy of myself. And if you don't feel worthy of yourself, you'll never make it. Sometimes you gotta look, not sometimes, all the time you gotta look in the mirror and say, I am worthy, I am the greatest, I'm the best person out here. It may not be true, but if you keep saying it, it's gonna manifest and it will be true. Like I don't care what nobody say. A lot of people, you may be able to draw better than me, you might have more creativity than me, but you for damn sure gonna outwork me, I guarantee you that. You feel what I'm saying? Something about your work ethic and stuff that you won't like. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. If you're a druggie, you worthy. You just have problems. Every time you smoke, that's just making you run away from your problems. The more you run away from your problems, the more it's going to keep hunting you. Sometimes I tell you, you got to just smack the shit out of your problems and say, I'm going to take control of my life. You feel what I'm saying? People, love yourself, be yourself. And don't ever let nobody tell you you can do something. Don't ever let nobody tell you you can't do something. Because we are all co-creators, because we coexist within each other. It's funny, look, it's still alive. Like, see, people don't get it. Nature, you can't kill nature, people. Like, people not gonna die from the flow. People, they try to kill nature, but they won't die. So, look at this plant. I think it's an orange plant, though.